Welcome back. We turn our attention to sports news now. Here's Ayotunde Balogun.
That's right. Well, Nigeria and South Africa will renew their rivalry when the home-based Eagles take on the host of the 2014 African Nations Championship. Now, at the draws for the tournament, meant for only African players plying their trade in their domestic leagues, the Super Eagles will also play Mali and Mozambique in Group A. Zimbabwe, Uganda, Burkina Faso and Morocco will trade tackles in Group B. Ghana, Libya, Ethiopia and Congo-Brazzaville will play in Group C, while DR Congo, Mauritania, Burundi and Gabon will play in Group D. The tournament will hold in South Africa from January the 16th next year. The World Football Governing Body FIFA has ordered all 9 African teams, including Nigeria, involved in the final phase of the World Cup qualifiers to confirm the date and venue of fixtures of their playoffs by September the 20th. The teams Côte d'Ivoire, Senegal, Ethiopia, Nigeria, Ghana, Egypt, Tunisia, Algeria, Burkina Faso and Cameroon must submit the dates and venue for their respective home fixture in the next 4 days. FIFA has fixed the weekend of October the 11th to the 15th and November the 15th to the 19th as dates for both legs, with the various teams allowed picking a day within the allotted date. Ethiopia will be at home to African champions Nigeria in the first leg. Catalan giants Barcelona opened their campaign in this season's UEFA Champions League with a convincing 4-0 victory over Dutch side Ajax Amsterdam. Argentine striker Lionel Messi got a hat-trick in the match played at the Camp Nou, while Spanish defender Gerard Piqué was also on the score sheet. 7-time winners AC Milan defeated Celtic 2-0, while English Premier League side Arsenal continued their recent good form, securing a precious 2-1 away victory over French side Marseille at the Stade Velodrome. Aaron Ramsey and Theo Walcott the goal scorers, while Napoli also defeated last year's finalist Borussia Dortmund 2-1. In other results, Chelsea was stunned at home to FC Basel as they lost 2-1 at Stamford Bridge. German side Schalke defeated Steaua Bucharest 3-0. Atletico Madrid also got off to a good start, beating Zenit St. Petersburg 3-1, while Austria Vienna lost at home to Porto, 2004 winners. And that's it in sports news. Amarachi will be back with the rest of the news.
Guinness. Made of more.
On the foreign scene, as the world ponders on who could be responsible for the chemical weapons attack on residents of Damascus suburb in August, Russia says it knows the culprit and also has proof to back up its claim. Jimmy Tokwe has details on this and other stories on the foreign scene.
Russia says it has received material evidence from Damascus that proves that rebels were indeed responsible for the August 21st chemical attack. Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov says his country will give the UN Security Council the evidence which implicates the rebels. It's a new dawn in Iran, where authorities have freed at least 11 political prisoners, including noted human rights lawyer Nasrin Sotoudeh. In Italy, former Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi says he will remain at the heart of Italian politics, even if senators vote to throw him out of parliament. The former Prime Minister, who has been convicted for fraud, was speaking before a preliminary vote by a Senate panel. Away from Europe, Canada has been thrown into mourning following the death of at least 6 people who were killed after a passenger train collided with a bus in Ottawa at a rail crossing. Finally, a diplomatic dispute might be brewing between France and Egypt, as the latter says a French citizen has died while in police custody in the Egyptian capital, Cairo. The French embassy said the man was a long-term resident of Egypt and that it is seeking clarification of the circumstances of his death. And those are the top stories making the rounds on the foreign scene.
And the main news again, the Nigerian army has deployed troops to Nasarawa state to tackle rising ethnic crisis there, just as it has refuted claims that 16 soldiers have been killed by Boko Haram in Borno state. NLC and TUC today stormed the National Assembly to protest the proposed removal of workers' wages from the exclusive list. And President Goodluck Jonathan has renewed his pledge to upgrade Nigeria's health sector. And a passenger train has collided with a bus in Ottawa, Canada, killing several persons. That's the news at 10 tonight. Thank you for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani. Good night.
you.